I'm Alexander Payne, and on the occasion of their showing a new movie of mine, my friends at Alamo Drafthouse have asked me to be part of a series where they ask directors to recommend 5 movies. Much more than a filmmaker, I'm a film watcher, so I'm really happy to discuss 5 of the movies that I like to champion when friends ask for recommendations. So let's go in chronological order, oldest to newest. First is Make Way for Tomorrow. When director Leo McCarey won the Oscar for the other movie he made in 1937, a comedy called The Awful Truth, he told the audience, "Thanks, but you've given it to me for the wrong film." Make Way for Tomorrow tells the Depression-era story of an elderly couple unable to afford to stay in their house, and the ungrateful adult children who resist taking them in. I've long thought that it's comedy directors who are most adept at pathos. Think of Chaplin and Capra. And Make Way for Tomorrow is a prime example. Orson Welles said of it, "It could make a stone cry." And some 15 years later, it inspired Japanese director Yasujiro Ozu's famous tearjerker, Tokyo Story. Make Way for Tomorrow is a masterpiece whose devastating power remains undiminished nearly a century later. Westward The Women, 1951. I like Westerns, and this one is criminally neglected. It tells the story of 150 women recruited to make the harrowing overland journey from Chicago to California to become wives. They're warned that about half of them will die along the way, and so it is. Westward The Women is a brutal, pitiless, and deeply moving film, directed by William Wellman, and scripted from an idea by Frank Capra by Charles Schnee, best known for Red River and The Bad and the Beautiful. Don't miss it. You'll probably have to order a DVD on Amazon from Warner Archive. Paper Moon, 1973. This was Peter Bogdanovich's 3rd feature and one of my all-time favorite movies. You've probably seen it, but see it again. I watch it about once a year. It tells the picaresque tale of a Midwestern con man in the 1930s, suddenly charged with transporting a little girl who may or may not be his own biological daughter to a new home 2 states away. The cast is simply phenomenal. From Ryan O'Neal and his actual daughter Tatum, who became the youngest person ever to win an Oscar for acting, to the great Madeline Kahn. Paper Moon had some influence on my own new movie, The Holdovers, in that it was a movie from the 70s made to look like a black and white picture from the 30s. But while my own movie is from 2023, but made to look like a picture from the 70s.
All right, maybe we got the same jaw, but same jaw don't mean same blood. I know a woman looks like a bullfrog, but that don't mean she's the damn thing's mother.
You met my mom in a barroom.
For God's sakes, child. You think everybody gets met in a barroom gets a baby?
It's possible.
Anything is possible, but possible don't make it true.
And I want my money!
The Last Detail, 1973. Like many of you, I'm sure, I have a special place in my heart for Hal Ashby. An Oscar-winning editor who trained under William Wyler and Norman Jewison, Hal Ashby went on to direct 7 astonishing films in quick succession from 1970 to 1979. And his work is distinguished by a fearless, some would say quirky, comic gaze at these strange creatures called human beings. The Last Detail is the story of 2 misfit Navy policemen charged with transporting a simple-minded kleptomaniac sailor to prison. The policemen come to take pity on the young sailor and decide to show him a good time along the way. Anchored by yet another early, career-making performance by Jack Nicholson and scripted by Robert Towne, legendary screenwriter of Chinatown, The Last Detail is one of the finest love stories I know. One in which human beings find ways to love one another despite the artificial confines imposed by society.
Maggot this, maggot that. Marines are really assholes, you know that?
Finally, we have A Special Day. Underseen and underappreciated, this beautiful Italian movie from 1977 takes place during a single day in 1938. The day Hitler visits Rome to solidify his alliance with Mussolini. Sophia Loren co-stars as a weary housewife who stays home to do housework while her fascist husband and sons don their black shirts to go watch the festivities. While she cleans the parrot's cage, the parrot escapes and lands on a neighbor's windowsill, a neighbor played by none other than Marcello Mastroianni, in the role of a gay man planning to commit suicide that very day. Brought together by the parrot, the 2 adrift people confront each other and themselves and fall in love. A Special Day stars two of world cinema's greatest actors at the peak of their powers and was directed by Ettore Scola. I really hope you're able to check out these movies, and if you happen to catch The Holdovers at Alamo Drafthouse, I hope you like that one too.